The word frugal has a reputation problem. When most people hear it, they picture someone clipping coupons at the kitchen table, driving a car held together by optimism and duct tape, and turning down every social invitation because it costs money. They picture deprivation, dressed up as a lifestyle. Someone who technically has money but refuses to enjoy any of it. Here's what's actually true. The average American household carries over $100,000 in total debt. Nearly 60% of Americans live paycheck to paycheck, according to a 2024 Lending Club report. The average household spends $78,233 annually, and wages are not keeping up with that number. Spending climbed 5.1% in 2024. Wages rose 3.8%. The gap between what people earn and what they spend widens every single year. Meanwhile, the person you pity for being frugal is sleeping fine. No credit card balance, no anxiety about the next car payment, no lifestyle that requires a specific income just to maintain. They've quietly opted out of the financial stress most Americans treat as unavoidable. Frugal people are not cheap. They are precise. They have simply identified the categories where spending delivers real value and the categories where spending delivers the illusion of value. They stopped paying for the illusion. Everything else stayed exactly the same. This video breaks down 11 specific things frugal people never waste money on. Some will feel obvious, some will sting a little. All of them are quietly bleeding the average American's bank account while delivering far less value than the price tag suggests. Understanding where the money goes is how you start keeping more of it. Number 1. Brand new furniture. Walk into any furniture store in America, and the pricing follows a predictable pattern. A solid wood dining table runs $1,200 to $2,500. A sectional sofa starts at $1,800 and climbs quickly past $3,500 for anything that looks remotely decent. A bedroom set with dresser, nightstands, and bed frame will set you back $2,000 to $4,000 before you've even picked a mattress. And that's before the financing offer kicks in. 12 months same as cash, no payments until next year. The salesperson makes it sound like patience, but it's a trap with a deferred trigger. Frugal people understand something about furniture that most buyers ignore entirely. Furniture depreciates instantly and dramatically, but the physical object doesn't change. A solid wood dining table purchased new for $1,800 and listed on Facebook Marketplace 2 years later goes for $300 to $500. The table is identical. The price collapsed because the original owner needed the new feeling, not the table itself. That gap between new price and resale price is exactly where frugal people shop. The secondary furniture market has never been more accessible. Facebook Marketplace, Craigslist, estate sales, thrift stores, and neighborhood buy-nothing groups move high-quality furniture constantly. People relocate and can't take everything. Couples split and liquidate households. Downsizing retirees sell entire living rooms for fractions of retail. The furniture is identical to what's sitting in a showroom. The only difference is that someone else absorbed the depreciation. A frugal household furnishing a 2-bedroom apartment through the secondary market spends $800 to $1,500 on items that would cost $6,000 to $10,000 new. That difference, invested at 8% annual returns over 20 years, becomes $22,000 to $42,000 for furniture that functions identically. The new furniture smell fades in a week. The savings compound for decades. Number 2. Extended warranties and protection plans. The moment you reach the checkout counter, whether at an electronics retailer, a furniture store, or a car dealership, a version of the same conversation happens. Would you like to add protection? For just a few dollars more per month, you're covered if anything goes wrong. It sounds responsible. It feels like the adult decision. You're protecting your investment. Here's what's actually happening. Extended warranties are one of the highest margin products retailers sell. Consumer Reports has consistently found that extended warranties rarely pay off for consumers. The profit margins on these plans run 50 to 80% because the math has already been calculated by the companies selling them. They know the failure rates. They know the claim rates. They price the plan to guarantee they profit on average. For electronics, most failures happen either immediately, covered by the manufacturer's warranty, or after the extended warranty expires. The window of failure that the extended warranty is supposed to cover is statistically the most reliable period of the product's life. For cars, the dealership finance office presents extended warranties as essential protection on a $40,000 purchase. The average extended auto warranty costs $1,500 to $4,000. Research from Consumer Federation of America found that fewer than 55% of warranty holders ever use them, and those who do frequently find claims denied due to exclusions buried in the contract. Frugal people treat extended warranties as optional insurance with a negative expected value. Instead, they self-insure. They maintain an appliance and electronics repair fund, a small dedicated account that absorbs the occasional repair cost. Over a lifetime of purchasing decisions, self-insurance consistently outperforms paying for protection plans on individual items. The average American household spends $600 to $900 annually on extended warranties and protection plans across various purchases. Over 30 years, that recurring cost invested at 8% returns approximately $75,000 to $113,000 paid to companies for coverage that statistically never gets used. Frugal people decline every single time, politely, without drama, and with a clear understanding of who benefits from that transaction. Number 3. Paper towels and single-use products. This one sounds trivial. It isn't. The average American household spends $182 annually on paper towels alone, according to research from Statista. Add in paper napkins, disposable cleaning wipes, single-use plastic bags, disposable razors replaced constantly, and the category of single-use products costs the average household $400 to $700 annually. Every single item in that category has a reusable alternative that performs identically or better and costs a fraction of the price over time. Cloth rags cut from old t-shirts replace paper towels for every cleaning task. A set of cloth napkins replace paper napkins for years. Reusable silicone bags replace Ziploc bags. A safety razor with replacement blades costs $30 upfront and approximately $20 per year in blades, compared to $150 to $200 annually for cartridge razor replacements. Frugal people made this switch once and never thought about it again. The transition required one afternoon of habit adjustment. The financial result is $400 to $650 in annual savings that compounds silently in the background of their finances forever. The companies producing single-use products have invested heavily in making disposability feel normal, even premium. Bounty Select-A-Size is a marketing achievement. The idea that paper products are somehow cleaner or more convenient than washable cloth is a manufactured perception designed to sustain a recurring revenue stream at your expense. Frugal people simply stopped participating. Their kitchens work exactly the same. Their bank accounts work considerably better. Number 4. Gym memberships they don't use. The gym membership business model is engineered around one insight. People overestimate their future behavior. Every January, gyms sign up thousands of new members, banking on motivation that statistics show evaporates before March. A 2023 study published in the Journal of Health Economics found that the average gym member attends 4.3 times per month. The average gym membership costs $50 per month, which breaks down to $11.63 per visit for people already paying a flat monthly rate, which means they're overpaying for the convenience of unlimited access they never use. Planet Fitness and similar budget gyms have built billion-dollar businesses on this dynamic. Their facilities physically cannot accommodate all their members showing up simultaneously. The model depends on the gap between memberships sold and memberships actually used. Frugal people are not universally anti-gym. Some go consistently, and the membership absolutely earns its cost. What frugal people never do is carry a membership they've stopped using because canceling requires a phone call they keep putting off. The average American household has 2.4 subscriptions they no longer actively use, according to a 2024 survey from C+R Research. Across all subscription categories, Americans waste an average of $219 monthly on services they're not using. Gym memberships are a significant piece of that number. The practical audit frugal people run is simple. Pull up every recurring charge on your bank statement. For each one, ask a single question. Did I use this enough last month to justify this cost? If the answer is no 2 months in a row, it gets canceled before the third charge hits. This habit alone recovers hundreds of dollars annually that were silently leaving bank accounts for nothing in return, not for a service that underdelivered, for a service that was never used. Number 5. Convenience store and gas station purchases. There is a reason gas stations evolved into convenience stores. The fuel margin is thin. The snack, drink, and impulse purchase margin is enormous. A 20-ounce bottle of Gatorade at a gas station costs $2.50 to $3.50. The same Gatorade at a grocery store costs $1.29. A bag of chips runs $2.50 at the pump and 99 cents in a grocery aisle. A bottle of water that costs $0.003 to produce retails for $2 at a convenience store. The markup on convenience store items runs 100% to 400% above grocery prices for identical products. Frugal people do not moralize about this. They simply never find themselves in a situation where a gas station is the only option. A refillable water bottle rides in the car. A small bag of snacks travels in a purse or backpack. Drinks are purchased in bulk at grocery stores and distributed into the week rather than bought individually at peak markup. The habit feels minor. The math disagrees. Someone making 3 convenience store stops per week and spending $8 each time spends $1,248 annually on items they could have purchased at grocery stores for $312. That's a $936 difference per year for the exact same products. That's not a dramatic lifestyle change. That's packing a water bottle and buying snacks in advance. Frugal people treat convenience store pricing the way they treat airport food pricing, a known premium that applies only to people who didn't plan ahead. Planning ahead is not complicated. It's a decision made once that pays back hundreds of dollars annually in perpetuity. Number 6. Lottery tickets. Americans spent $113 billion on lottery tickets in 2023, according to the North American Association of State and Provincial Lotteries. That's more than Americans spent on movie tickets, books, video games, and music combined. The expected value of a lottery ticket is approximately 50 cents for every dollar spent. State lotteries are legally required to return roughly half of revenue as prizes. The other half funds government programs, which sounds civic-minded until you realize it functions as a voluntary tax disproportionately paid by lower-income households. Research from the Tax Policy Center found that households earning under $30,000 annually spend on average 13% of their income on lottery tickets. The people who can least afford negative expected value entertainment are purchasing the most of it, driven by a combination of hope, marketing, and the psychological distortion of imagining the win rather than calculating the odds. The odds of winning a major Powerball jackpot are approximately 1 in 292 million. You are 100 times more likely to be struck by lightning twice in your lifetime. Frugal people understand probability. They recognize that the lottery is entertainment priced as aspiration. If someone genuinely enjoys the ticket as entertainment and spends $5 per month with clear eyes about the odds, that's a personal choice. What frugal people never do is spend $20, $50, or $100 weekly on lottery tickets while carrying credit card debt charging 24% interest. The average lottery player spends $320 annually on tickets. Over 30 years, that $320 invested at 8% returns becomes approximately $39,000. Not a jackpot, but a genuine, guaranteed return on money that currently evaporates into a system designed to extract it. Frugal people took the guaranteed return. Number 7. Bottled water. The United States has among the safest municipal water supplies in the developed world. The EPA regulates tap water under the Safe Drinking Water Act, with testing requirements that exceed the FDA's oversight of bottled water. In blind taste tests, tap water consistently competes with or outperforms bottled water in most municipalities. Americans nonetheless spend $19 billion annually on bottled water. The markup is extraordinary. A gallon of tap water costs approximately $0.004. A gallon of bottled water costs $1.20 to $9 depending on the brand. Premium bottled water brands charge 300 to 2,000 times the cost of an equivalent volume of tap water for a product that independent testing has repeatedly shown is often just municipal tap water, filtered and repackaged. Nestle, Pepsi's Aquafina, and Coca-Cola's Dasani have all faced scrutiny for sourcing bottled water from public municipal supplies. You are in many cases literally buying back the tap water you already paid for through your utility bill, marked up by a factor of hundreds. A frugal person owns a quality water filter. A Brita pitcher costs $25 and produces filtered water at roughly $0.06 per gallon, and a reusable water bottle. Total investment, $40 to $60. Total annual cost of water thereafter, approximately $20 to $30. A household spending $50 monthly on bottled water saves $570 annually by switching to filtered tap and reusable bottles. The bottled water industry has spent billions manufacturing the perception that their product is cleaner, safer, or more sophisticated than what flows from the tap. It is one of the most successful marketing achievements in modern consumer history and one of the most unnecessary recurring expenses in the average household budget. Frugal people bought a filter once and moved on. Number 8. Premium cable and bloated TV packages. Cable television charges $80 to $150 monthly for packages that bundle 500 channels, of which the average household watches 17, according to Nielsen research. You are paying full price for 483 channels you never turn on, because the 17 you watch are distributed throughout a package designed to prevent unbundling. This is not accidental. The bundle is the product. The moment consumers can select individual channels and pay per channel, the economics collapse for providers. So the bundle persists, padding monthly bills with content nobody requested. Frugal people cut the cord, not necessarily from all streaming, but from the bloated cable model that charges premium prices for channels selected by a provider rather than a viewer. The tactical approach most frugal households use is a rotating streaming strategy. Subscribe to one platform, watch everything relevant, cancel, move to the next platform, rotate through services sequentially rather than maintaining all simultaneously. Total monthly cost is $12 to $18 for one active subscription at a time versus $80 to $150 for cable plus $60 to $75 for multiple simultaneous streaming services. The annual savings between a cable plus streaming household and a single subscription rotating household reaches $1,300 to $2,400 per year for content, for television, for something that exists to fill time between more important activities. The entertainment industry has worked extremely hard to normalize $200 monthly television bills. Premium sports packages, premium movie add-ons, premium news tiers, premium everything. Each edition feels small. The total is not small. Frugal people watch television. They just refuse to overpay for the right to do so. Number 9. Expensive greeting cards and gift wrapping. This category sounds almost too small to mention. That's precisely why it works as a drain. A Hallmark greeting card costs $5 to $10. Gift wrap, tissue paper, ribbons, and a gift bag add $8 to $15 per present. For a household that attends birthday parties, sends holiday cards, celebrates graduations, and participates in the seasonal gifting cycle, this category quietly accumulates to $300 to $600 annually. Not on gifts, on the packaging and paper surrounding gifts. Frugal people have noticed something about greeting card recipients. They read the card, smile, and set it aside. No one has ever appreciated the card more because it cost $8 instead of $3. No one has ever felt more celebrated because the tissue paper was premium rather than recycled from last year's gift bag. The emotional impact of a thoughtful handwritten note inside a $1.50 card from the dollar store is identical to the emotional impact of a $9 card with a foil border. The greeting card industry generated $6.5 billion in revenue in 2024. That revenue comes from marking up folded paper to prices that make no rational sense, because the purchase is emotional and the occasion creates social pressure to spend. Frugal people buy cards from dollar stores. They reuse gift bags. They use newspaper, brown craft paper, or fabric squares as wrapping. They write longer, more personal notes than the average card sender, because the thought they put in replaces the money they didn't spend. The recipient experiences more genuine connection. The frugal person keeps $400 annually that would have been thrown directly into recycling bins. Number 10. Fees. All of them. This category is broader than it sounds and more expensive than most people realize. ATM fees, late payment fees, overdraft fees, annual credit card fees on cards that don't earn enough rewards to justify them, baggage fees, seat selection fees, subscription services that charge a fee to cancel, bank maintenance fees on accounts that could be free, foreign transaction fees on cards used while traveling, convenience fees for paying bills online, paper statement fees for receiving a physical bill. The average American pays approximately $329 annually in bank and ATM fees alone, according to a 2024 bank rate survey. Add airline ancillary fees, which averaged $32 per passenger per trip, according to IdeaWorks, and payment late fees, and the total fee burden for a typical household reaches $800 to $1,200 annually. Every single fee on that list is avoidable. High-yield savings accounts at online banks charge zero maintenance fees. Fee-free ATM networks exist. Setting up automatic minimum payments on credit cards eliminates late fees permanently. Booking basic economy and packing within carry-on limits removes airline fees. No foreign transaction fee travel cards exist, and most are free to hold. Electronic statements are universally available. Frugal people treat fees as a solvable optimization problem, not an unavoidable cost of modern life. They spend one afternoon per year auditing every recurring charge and every fee category to eliminate anything that should not exist. The average household that completes this audit recovers $600 to $1,000 annually in fees they were paying for nothing. not for a service, not for a product, for the privilege of not having optimized their financial accounts. That money costs nothing to recover except one afternoon and the willingness to make a few phone calls or switch a few accounts. Number 11. Upgrading things that still work. This is the category that funds the most unnecessary spending in the average American household, and it operates almost entirely on manufactured desire rather than genuine need. The kitchen appliances are fine. The phone takes perfectly acceptable photos. The couch is comfortable. The laptop runs every application required. The television displays content clearly. None of it needs replacing. But the upgrade exists, the marketing is relentless, and the version you own suddenly feels inadequate in ways it didn't feel inadequate before you saw the new model. This psychological dynamic has a name: the Diderot effect. Philosopher Denis Diderot once received a beautiful new robe as a gift and found himself replacing everything else in his home to match it. One upgrade creates perceived inadequacy in everything surrounding it. Manufacturers and marketers understand this deeply and engineer it deliberately. The average American household replaces a functioning smartphone every 2.5 years. The average iPhone upgrade cycle costs approximately $500 in out-of-pocket expenses after trade-in. The average television gets replaced every 7 years, even when the previous model works perfectly. Kitchen appliances that function properly get replaced because a new color or finish became fashionable. The total annual cost of replacing functional items with upgraded versions runs $1,500 to $3,000 for a typical household. This is not money spent on broken things. It is money spent on things that work perfectly but no longer feel enough. Frugal people apply a single filter to every potential upgrade purchase. Is the item I currently own broken or genuinely insufficient for a specific need? If the answer is no, the upgrade does not happen. The phone that takes good photos takes good photos. The couch that is comfortable is comfortable. The function has not changed. Only the marketing has. This filter sounds simple. Applying it consistently is psychologically difficult because the entire consumer economy is designed to manufacture the feeling of insufficiency in things that are objectively sufficient. Advertising exists to create the gap between what you have and what you believe you should have. Frugal people have simply learned to recognize the gap as manufactured rather than real. The result is $1,500 to $3,000 annually that stays in their accounts instead of funding product launches for companies whose business model depends on their dissatisfaction. The 11 categories covered in this video share a common architecture. None of them are about suffering. None require dramatic lifestyle overhauls or giving up things that genuinely matter. Every single one involves paying a premium for something that delivers the same function at a fraction of the price, or paying for something that delivers almost no function at all. New furniture versus secondhand furniture. Same table, fraction of the cost. Extended warranties versus self-insurance. Same protection on average, better math. Bottled water versus filtered tap. Same hydration, thousands of dollars cheaper over a lifetime. Upgrading working items versus using them until they actually fail. Same outcome, $2,000 annually back in your pocket. The frugal person is not living worse. They are living identically or better on significantly less money. The difference accumulates into something real. Add up the conservative savings across all 11 categories. Secondary market furniture over a furnishing period saves $5,000 to $8,000 once. Skipping extended warranties saves $600 to $900 annually. Switching to reusable products saves $400 to $650 annually. Canceling unused subscriptions, including unused gym memberships, saves $500 to $800 annually. Avoiding convenience store markups saves $700 to $1,000 annually. Skipping lottery tickets saves $300 to $500 annually. Eliminating bottled water saves $400 to $600 annually. Cutting bloated TV packages saves $1,300 to $2,400 annually. Reducing greeting card and gift wrap spending saves $300 to $500 annually. Eliminating avoidable fees saves $600 to $1,000 annually. Resisting unnecessary upgrades saves $1,500 to $3,000 annually. Combined annual savings, $6,600 to $11,450 every single year.
That number, invested consistently at 8% annual returns over 25 years, becomes $532,000 to $921,000. $500,000 to nearly $1 million from water bottles and secondhand couches and declining extended warranties at the checkout counter. Not from getting a higher-paying job, not from finding the right investment, from simply refusing to pay premiums that deliver nothing. The frugal person everyone politely laughs at for being careful with money is building toward a number that makes the laughing feel different in retrospect. Here's the question worth sitting with. Look at your last 3 months of bank statements. How many of the 11 categories on this list appear? Not occasionally, regularly, as default behavior you never consciously chose. The spending that costs the most is rarely the spending you decided to do. It's the spending that simply happens while you're not paying attention. Default behavior in a consumer economy defaults towards spending. Every system is designed to make parting with money as frictionless as possible. Frugal people are not extraordinary. They are not disciplined in ways unavailable to everyone else. They simply made a decision at some point to look at the defaults and choose differently where the defaults didn't serve them. That decision is available right now. The categories are on the list. The math is in the video. The only thing left is choosing whether to keep doing what you've always done or to start doing what the numbers actually support. Your money either builds your future or builds someone else's revenue. In 2026, knowing the difference is worth more than ever.